get the setting right. So, School Cafe Live. This is going to be a short one. Let's take you back to a time, Harlem Renaissance, when it wasn't just a narrative or a title of a Beyonce album or era. What era would that be? I wonder about the eras that I see that are no longer eras anymore, but eras. Let me rephrase that for the slow kids in the room who usually come too soon because they just don't get why they premature, looking for a cure in a bottle or a fuck. And all old people go and say, what's up? I mean, but let's be real. Some old people are the cause of the way they feel and what they do. And you know what? I might be one of those too, but honestly, I didn't do like a lot of people. In fact, come to find out, it was very few me, which made me the outcast. Only I could see the beauty in my blackness, the beauty in me, the heritage, the greatness. They're just being naturally free, but that's not enough for people who look or don't look like me. Oh wow, she's doing poetic therapy tonight. Someone said they wanted my poetry, right? So I gave them some light, gave them some hip hop, gave them some jazz, gave them some dance, gave them all I had, and you know what? They turned around and they gave it away. That's so sad, and to this day they want to blame me for the tragedy when I gave it to you for free. But now you want to treat me like the bad puppy or the bad dog. You want to raise a whore up over me and put my nose in the dirt saying bad doggy, bad bitch, bad. Bad? Remember when good was bad and bad was good? But it was a different time. Remember in our hood before we allowed other people, yes, we allowed that. We say we don't. They took it away. No, we also gave it away. You got to take accountability for all those things, but you just don't understand because, see, taking accountability is colorless. People want to blame people of color for not accepting accountability and people who don't have color, don't accept accountability. And what is color, by the way? It always depends on who defines the term. And some say mankind was destined to be blind because it was only a kind of a man. And please, when don't understand and do I don't care at this moment. I'm just doing poetry. This is my therapy. Somebody said they wanted my poetry, but what would you do? And wouldn't it bother you? Wouldn't it bother you if you saw someone bastardizing your culture too? Wouldn't it bother you? Wouldn't it bother you if you saw people of all nations raping our cultures, raping our sensations, just making rape for fun, making a movie? Forget rape. Is fucking, is porn, is groovy. Yeah, let's have one, let's have two, let's have three. Let's even put in religion. See, yes, let's make them say that God told us we could do that. God never told you could do that. See, that's why some Islamic fanatics don't want women to read their books, and some people get shook when they go, this is a what? A smart blackish girl who's actually quite brilliant and some say a genius. Could that be? Oh, and it's not just for a narrative. Look at me, doing me. But you want to match bars with me, and I'm just doing poetry because actually this is my therapy for free. Who's going to be a therapist to me? I've seen the best therapists, and still they listen to my stories and they cry for real, asking me, how do you get up every day? What else is I'm supposed to do? It's just how I'm made, okay? Sturdy job, but somebody's got to do it. But wouldn't it bother you? Wouldn't it bother you if you knew you were a goddess sent to earth, but you realized from the beginning people didn't see or did see your worth? But those who saw your worth, many of them they do see you coming before you see them, because you're just going on your journey and you don't really know nothing about none of them, because you were sent straight from the divine into this grimy, crimey. Don't blame it on earth. See, we told you, earth is a prison planet for a prisoner. You were sent to reform and you did not do it. You can't keep nobody warm, not even yourself. And you want to blame everybody else. Let's get down to the real nitty gritty of this therapy. If you really want to go personal, let's get real deep. Because right now you're so shallow, my brother. You're so shallow. You're all so shallow to be so deep, deep, deep. All you sound like is sleep, sleep, sleepy sheep being led to slaughter. And here comes his daughter trying to put you in a little order, and you want to blame me. I am taking over your power. No, you let that go willingly. To the demon that's beating your ass, but you want to beat mine too. Because your demon is making a bitch out of you. Is this hitting with somebody and now you hate me? What am I supposed to do? Love you through it all? I've seen so many brilliant, brilliant men and women fall at those demons. There's only so much love you can give to a dead person. Too busy dreaming and scheming. At a certain point, there is no dream, just a scheme. And it seems a path to the grave. No one can save no one that's willing to look at themselves to save themselves. And they think they're the greatest thing when they're the worst. They look in that mirror and it's just hurts. Because that one little piece of soul that could have saved them to say, damn, man, I gotta do something about this, gets knocked off with another dust, another puff, another fuck. Say, man, you're good. You're good. You just keep that up. Let's say, no, they're dead. And we're singing a song, but wasn't anybody there? Wasn't anybody there to say no? Wasn't there anybody there to say, don't do this? This is not cool, yo. Don't do this. This is not the right thing to do. I'm just saying it makes me want to cry about all of you because I realize some of y'all, a lot of y'all, many of you did something horrible and you still don't even have a clue that you did. And that's what makes it so sad for you. You can't even see the wrong that you do. So how can I even begin to hang with you? You just make me sick. It's like talking to a ton of bricks. But bricks don't do nothing but lay there. Like stone. And you know what? Who wants to just have stone in their home all the time? Rocks. Thrown. Rocks thrown, rocks thrown. That doesn't make a home. That makes a prison. And prison is a business. And it seems like people and even our activists and our preachers and our so-called teachers, good teachers get let go. Bad preachers run the stuff. And God doesn't care about any of these foes because none of them are doing anything for God. Didn't you know? The fact that you want to make a big deal about putting religion in schools for what? The hustle continues in spite of us and even because of us. Yeah, the hustle. It's all the hustle to me, but this poem is getting too long. So see, I'm just saying, what would you do? Doesn't it bother you that so many preachers aren't preaching the truth? Doesn't it bother you that so many teachers can't or aren't allowed to teach the truth? Doesn't it bother you that music is corrupting our youth? And I mean, I understand what music is supposed to do, but doesn't it bother you that these people say God so much in their views? And what type of God are you serving? Because my God doesn't go with that God, but yet you say it's okay and God doesn't judge. God does judge morality. Are you crazy? There is a moral code, and when you hoes have forgotten just how low is low, and you want to make that low high, and I don't care how much you drink, how much you smoke, how much you fuck, what you say or what you tell yourself every day looking at that mirror in your mind, I am great. When no, you have problems and yet you want to solve them in front of the whole world. Your children are watching this nightmare. Don't you care? Doesn't it bother you that your children are seeing this and it's affecting them too? Doesn't it bother you? But you just want those views. Click, click, click. Puff, puff, puff. Get. The money. The money. The money. You don't care how you get it. You just got to get the money. And then you have the nerve to play on people who really do serve and do the right thing. Those are the ones you prey on. You have absolutely no conscience that what you're doing is wrong. And it takes everything out of me being a good kid to not go vigilante and slay you all. Red Sea might be a thing, and Passover doesn't always come in the summer. Sometimes it comes in the fall. Spring and winter too, whenever Passover needs to come, the yard is always over you, always. And it's a choice, and it seems that only a very few. But this is getting too long, and this is the end of my poetry for tonight. But somebody said they wanted my poetry, right? So it's sad. You should obviously know why can't I fuck with you. Oh, you hate me. You hate me now. Well, I guess you always have, and you always will. And considering the stuff that I know you would do, yes, it was true. I was told to no, not ever come back to that. Why? So you would just kill me again and laugh? You're a psychopath. You don't know it yet, but if I can read the future, and I think if you can too, then you know that's exactly what would happen. However, you would live and I would die. Well, not this time. No lie. You are a liability on every level. This was your time to turn yourself around and become productivity. But yet, once again, you chose the liability, and it's true. There may be only so many lives for people, and this was the last one for you. And what did you do? What did you do? Damn. That's all. You all seem to care, but I don't feel it. But if you can stare at yourself tonight and laugh and drink and smoke and it doesn't bother you, you're right. You're slaying the game. That's your lane. Nobody wants it but you. Trust me, nobody wants it. I don't. Let me check that. A lot of people want it, clearly. That's your crew. Have them all. None of those people will ever understand me. That's not my lane. That's not my tree. That's not my field. So I'm going to just sit back and do me, because it does bother me. It does bother me when I see babies twerking. You say that's not hurting anybody, but when they're 7 and being raped by a 20 or 30-year-old, that's hurting somebody. And nobody wants to talk about that now, right? Because we got to censor that. But it's happens in life every day. So how we censor? I've seen YouTube put some of the most vilest shit out, and then they want to censor the truth. So that's why I look at you, and that's why I'm not monetized. I took no contracts to take on a lie. I don't do narratives, dicks, or clicks, or bullshit like that. And the fact that you pushed everybody, and actually to the point of, I think you distorted. How did everybody, including my doctors, all slip away from me at the same time? That has got to be some type of alignment for that to happen all at one time. No, that was a hand. Somebody's hand. Somebody with power. Somebody with money who didn't know what to do. So you really tried to pull down the crew and everything on me, shut me out of everything. She's got to come back to me. The only thing I got to do is stay black and die, brother. Mother, father, sister, whatever the fuck you be. Learn from lessons. I tried to be kind, but now I'm just doing me. And the insanity is driving you crazy. They got you locked up, but you're already locked up in your own mind. I told you, you lying about that DMT. You don't even see your own children, and that's sad. Or either you think it's okay. You're not a good dad. You're not. Or you're not going to be a good dad, whoever it be, because this is going through a whole bunch of timelines and wibbly wobbly generations, okay? But either way, I'm just saying, doesn't anybody care? Because I care. So if you don't care, then you're not the tribe for me, and it's okay. That's why, there must be a separation. It's clear we can't get along that way, because my level is not that level. One ascends, and that wasn't you. So you take all that crew, and it's okay, do what you do, but understand Saturn is real. Saturn doesn't give a fuck how you feel right now, because, you got to keep it real. We know what Saturn's about. You up here talking about, you can figure it out, and yet you haven't. Wow. I thought you were smarter than that. You would think after all this time, human beings would be a little bit more refined, but you still have learned nothing from nature. And that's why I will always be greater, because I always hang with Mother Nature. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But that's why a lot of you will, but there's a few of us who won't. And I'm just saying, when it comes to these children and the culture and our elders and everything, doesn't it bother you when people lie about everything? It bothers me. Anyway, peace.